मज्ञान तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Of all the time, this particular phase, which is known as Kali Yuga, is the most degraded. This is the age when adharma becomes perfectly established. As Krishna said, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharataha abhutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamaham. When there is a decline of religious principles and irreligiosity, adharma, prevails, then in order to establish dharma, I descend myself. Therefore, in this age, to re-establish dharma, Sri Krishna came as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Appearing as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna gave the most wonderful gift to this world, which is called Sankirtan Yajna. It has been mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kalir doshe nidhe rajan, asti hi eko mahan guna, kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sanga parang brajet. Kali Yuga is an ocean of sinful activities. But in this age, there is one great advantage, there is one great benediction, that just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can become free from the material bondage and go back to the spiritual sky. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift is so wonderful that it not only takes one back to the spiritual sky, but takes him to the topmost region of the spiritual sky, which is known as Golok Vrindavan. In order to pave the way for the people of this age of Kali back to Golok Vrindavan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and inaugurated this Sankirtan Yajna. This Sankirtan Yajna, this process of Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, not only takes one back to the spiritual sky, but gives him the opportunity to become involved in Radha Krishna's most intimate pastimes in Vrindavan. This gift of the Supreme Personality of Godhead had never been distributed before. Krishna came in various incarnations and delivered innumerable amount of living entities, but never ever Krishna bestowed this benediction. Therefore, this gift is considered to be anarpita, which had never been given before. And that gift is the love of Krishna in Vrindavan, in the most intimate relationship that Krishna displayed with the cowherd damsels of Vrindavan, Braja Gopis, in Madhurya Ras. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed this only in India. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted that it will be distributed, it will be broadcast all over the world in every town and village. পৃথিবীতে আছে যত নগরাদি গ্রাম সর্বত্র প্রচার হইবে মোর নাম. This prediction Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made 500 years ago, and about 460 years back, this had been recorded by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. This prediction was made at a time, what to speak of, every town and village, when people did not even know how many continents were there. Columbus at that time just discovered America. People were not aware of Australia. People were not also aware of Africa. At that time, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made that prediction, that in every town and village it will be distributed, appeared to be a poetic exaggeration. But the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead never goes in vain. Whatever he says becomes a reality. And in the recent past, we have seen how this incredible prediction has become a reality. It happened in an amazing way, in the most inconceivable way. A 70-year-old devotee of Krishna went to America in a cargo ship, and he started his journey from this very place, Calcutta, Khidirpur dock. On this day, 13th of August, Friday, 1965, Srila Prabhupada embarked on this voyage. Not in a passenger ship, but in a cargo ship that carries goods from one port to another, from one continent to another. Srila Prabhupada persuaded the owner of Scindia Steamship Company, Srimati Sumurti Morarji, to give him a passage to go to America. Although initially she was extremely reluctant to let Srila Prabhupada go in such a voyage, but eventually she succumbed to his pressure and persuasion, and she enabled him to go to America. Srila Prabhupada arrived in America where he did not know a single person. The person, Gopal Agarwal, who actually sponsored for his visa, he was the only contact he had in America, and he wrote a letter to him mentioning when he was arriving. Fortunately, Gopal Agarwal arranged some travel agency to receive Srila Prabhupada in New York Harbor and arrange for a bus trip to Butler, Pennsylvania, where he was living. Srila Prabhupada not only did not know anyone there, Srila Prabhupada did not have any money. He did not have any foreign exchange whatsoever. All he had was 40 rupees, which had no value in America at that time. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 70, goes to America in 1965, and after an enormous struggle, he established an institution with a handful of young Americans, young American boys and girls who became attracted to him. With them, he started this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. This is another amazing happening. He started his movement, which he registered in 1966 as the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, in a small little storefront in Lower East Side of New York City. But he named his institution as the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Mind you, a small little storefront where he is situated, registering his institution, and he is calling it the International Society. Well, the lawyer who was registering the organization, he did not mind that so much. But he had difficulty in accepting that Krishna consciousness. So he advised him that please don't call it the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Rather call it the International Society for God Consciousness, because people do not know who Krishna is. And even Srila Prabhupada's followers, young Americans who were following him at that time, agreed with that and said, yes, Swamiji, maybe it will be better to call it the International Society for God Consciousness. But Prabhupada's response was, no. I have come here to make everybody understand that Krishna is God. People speak about God, but do not have any understanding of who He is. And Srila Prabhupada made that point. I have come here to make everybody understand that Krishna is God. And that's what he did. And that was the beginning of fulfillment of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction that Krishna consciousness movement would spread all over the world in every town and village. Within the short span of 11 years, Srila Prabhupada not only spread this movement practically through all the countries of the world, but he established 108 temples in all the major cities of the world. And this is how we can see that in order to fulfill his prediction, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reserved the credit to one of his most intimate devotee, and that is His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In course of time, we will see that the institution that Srila Prabhupada has established, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, is going to spread this movement all over the world in every town and village, fulfilling the prediction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Vansha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhaiva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.